How's it going, everyone? I'm Keegs, and today we're going to talk about a show that came out in 2021 but has a huge impact on the MCU, Loki. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, then I suggest you go watch it before you watch this, because we're going to be talking spoilers in here, though I suppose since this came out so long ago and you're searching YouTube videos, you probably don't care about spoilers anyway at this point, so let's just get into it. So, the multiverse is open now, and that has confused the crap out of me, but we'll get to that in a bit. Sylvie has now killed Kang because he's just trying to maintain the one true timeline, and she felt that she was robbed of her life because she was abducted and has spent the rest of her life on the run now. And I guess that's fair play because, she did kind of ruin her life. But now without him, all of these lines started to branch off at the end, and you see all these different timelines going off. The TVA does still exist here, but without Kang there to tell them what to do and what the true timeline is, then they can't be quite as effective as they once were. Though I will say there is at least a Kang, I just don't think it's our Kang or the one that we saw before. This is one of the interdimensional Kangs that is one of, hundreds or thousands or millions of them that are going to be fighting for overall power within the universe going forward. So the premise here is Loki gets a hold of the Tesseract and escapes from Avengers 1 where he was going to jail, and then the TVA is right there waiting for him, immediately takes him away to essentially write him out of existence. And being Loki, he escapes and then goes on this grand adventure to try to save the universe, kind of. And that was kind of the weird thing to me, was this was not the selfish Loki from Avengers 1. This is like Avengers 4 Loki, where he's had a lot of time to do character development and grow and things of that nature. So I don't really understand why he was so good in this. It just almost felt like Disney was trying to make him just a true good character instead of like an anti-hero or someone that was morally gray. I just feel like sometimes Disney struggles making complex characters that have serious character flaws. But I guess I will be willing to accept the fact and overlook it because he's a variant. So this is not the real Loki. This Loki, maybe what makes him a variant is that he's also a little good too. Owen Wilson was actually great in this series too. I thought he brought the perfect energy to complement an egotistical Loki type character, more grounded and clearly tired of dealing with a bunch of people who think they're just the most important people in the universe. The big thing I don't understand though is, was the multiverse always there, and then when Loki did his thing and it branched off, now all of a sudden we can go to all these different universes and travel between them more easily? Or until Loki did his thing, it didn't exist at all, and now there's a multiverse out there. And that's kind of the thing I don't really understand, because I feel like people know about the multiverse, but until Loki did his thing, there shouldn't have been a multiverse to know about. So that's where I'm a little bit confused. Time travel just gets so freaking confusing. Doctor Strange talks to Wanda about what she knows about the multiverse, and in Spider-Man No Way Home, they open a bunch of breaches into the multiverse. But is that only there because Loki did his thing? If Loki hadn't had done his Loki thing and Sylvie killed Kang, would Spider-Man not have been able to open the multiverse because it didn't exist? Would that spell have not existed then to pull people in from other universes? I have no idea. I don't get it. But Loki was teleported to another dimension at the end where Kang seems to be a little more hands-on. I would assume the next season of Loki is going to be about the Kang interdimensional war, and Loki's going to be traversing all these many different universes, trying to either get back to his own universe or, at the very least, find Sylvie. I love that Sylvie betrayed him in the end, though, because it was a perfect way to really play into the fact that at her core she is a Loki and she will betray anyone if it ultimately serves herself. I love seeing how clever she is too, hiding at points where cataclysmic events are happening so that the timeline doesn't have a chance to change based on anything she does. It made a lot of very fun close call situations where they stayed just a bit too long. I'm also not exactly sure where the ethical ground lies on falling in love with the female version of yourself. Kang was interesting too. He wasn't my favorite antagonist, but I think once we get to see the more power-hungry evil Kangs around, he'll quickly become very awesome, and we'll really get to see a wide variety of his different versions. I'm interested to see where the next season's gonna go, and I think Sylvie's gonna come back as like the empress of some world or something crazy where she's really kind of gotten everything she wanted out of it and has to be talked by Tom Hiddleston into doing the right thing the second time around. And I'm always excited to see Tom Hiddleston back for anything because I think he's great as an actor and really fun. But let me know, what dimension are you most excited for to see in the second season of Loki? But for now, I'm Keegs, and I will catch you all next time for some more Marvel content.